Welcome back. It's National Read a Book Day, so it's only right that we chat with an author. So Alex Shvartsman has written over 120 stories that appear on multiple platforms like Analog, Weird Tales, and Galaxy's Edge. His specialty seems to be science fiction and fantasy, which is right up my alley, and he's joining us this morning. Hi, Alex. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, good morning, and thank you very much for having me.
No problem. So as an author, how do you celebrate National Read a Book Day?
Well, I read a book. I wish every day was Read a Book Day. I think that reading is so important at every stage of one's life. I mean, it's great for kids because they're learning vocabulary and critical thinking. It's great for adults because it's a really nice way to maintain mental health. And it's great for older people because they get to maintain those acuities. So read a book, whatever you like, whether it's fiction, nonfiction, is just a really great way to spend a little bit of your day.
Absolutely. I didn't know if as an author, kind of like your senses start tingling and it's a great time for you to write a masterpiece or not. That's why I had to ask. So what do you think is causing the popularity of science fiction books? Because I know you kind of specialize in that area, and we've seen a big boom in that category, that genre. What do you think it's due to?
We live in really interesting times where real technology is quickly catching up to what used to be science fiction just 20 or 30 years ago. So with artificial intelligence, with all sorts of, like 3D printing, biological advances, it's interesting and it's scary. And so people who read speculative fiction, they tend to have a better idea of how to process these things. It gives us a tool set to think about it more clearly and maybe be a little bit less stressed out by it. So, it's an interesting way to look at technology. And it's also a really great way to take a vacation from all the scary stuff that's going on. It's just to escape into a good book with swords and dragons and spaceships.
That's so, so true. I love that. Now, do you know, after talking about, this boom in science fiction, do you think there's another genre that's going to be crazy popular in the future? Are we seeing any kind of trends with something that might spike a little later on?
Well, I think it's a little bit cyclical, but romance has always been among the most popular genres. That there's just never a lack of demand for that. Another one that's really popular are detective stories, thrillers. So those are always popular, but science fiction and fantasy and any kind of speculative fiction, really, they are evergreen. There's always going to be people out there who are interested in something that really exercises their imaginative muscle.
And you actually have a new book out. Tell me a little bit about that. I got to hear about it before we go.
So my new novel is called Kakistocracy, and it's the second book in a series. You can see the first book next to me here, The Middling Affliction. It's a funny and action-packed urban fantasy adventure set in New York City. So it's our world, but with all these secret stuff going on with magic and monsters and things that average people don't know about, and lots of adventure, and especially lots and lots of New York City snark.
The illustration on the front of the book looks so good. So I have to ask you, just as an author, is it kind of the ultimate goal, or is it just for some people that when you're writing a book, you kind of always dream of it coming to the big screen or, streaming on Netflix, something like that? Is that the ultimate goal for all authors?
I think it's a really nice bucket list item, but it's not an ultimate goal. We want to write the book and we want people to read it and experience it in whatever format works. I personally love audiobooks, so that's how I read most of my books, even for the read a day. I do consider that to be reading. But if anybody ever comes around and wants to turn my book into a comic book or a movie or a TV show, I certainly won't say no.
All right, we're going to put that energy out into the air. I'm pulling for you. Hopefully, we're going to post this online and somebody gives you a call. You got to let us know how it works out, though.
Sounds good. I'll definitely come back and tell you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Alex, for being here. We really appreciate you.
Thank you.